I'm back with another tutorial. This is just the third installment for the collaboration with Chip and Sasha. This is our prom inspired look centered around different colors. Today's look is focused on the colors purple and pink, and yeah, I give you two lip options again, this one and another one that you'll see in the tutorial. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, just keep watching. Also, I just want to thank you guys so much for your continued support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Into this tutorial, I'll go ahead and zoom in so you guys can get a closer look. I hope I do it the right way this time. Yes, okay. And I'm just going to come in about here because I always seem to be getting off of camera, out of frame, when I come in close to this. So I'm just going to be using the color, or the color Safe Word by Carity, and it looks like this right here, and that is going to be my transition color. So I'm just using that and I'm blending it out, and I am going to be using this from here to here, like so. And then after that, I am going to go into my shadows number 14, which looks like this, and then also number 15, or excuse me, number 30. And both of these shadows are by Morphe brushes, and I'm going to be combining both of those to what is the word I like to say? Intensify the crease or transition color just a little bit, particularly right there on the outer part of it, like so. Now I am going to actually go into the crease shade, which is going to be Radioactive by Melt Cosmetics, and it looks like this. And I'm not even quite sure, it is not picking it up to be the pigment that it is. This color is a very, very, very bright pink. So I apologize about that. You can see it right there. So it's a very intense neon pink, and I am just going to be applying that as the crease shade. And I'm not going to come too far over in the inner part. I'm going to stop right about where I just did. If you mess up, just clean it up with your finger. And it is raining over here where I live, so that is the reason why it is extra loud outside, and you may even hear thundering. So anyway, we're going to put that crease shade right there and blend it out. Alright, and then right on the outer part of the crease, I am going to go in with Morphe brushes, and I think this is in the shade, let me see, one second. It is Morphe brushes number 59, and this was before they started naming them, so it's just the color 59, and it looks like this right here. And for some reason these are coming up good, but that Radioactive, it must be because it's so neon that it's not. So I'm putting that just right here, and that's just going to deepen that color right there. And I won't be coming too far over. And for this look, I did use a lot of blending with my fingers. I use brushes, but sometimes because these colors are so intense, you can kind of wash out the colors by using the brush. So for my fingers, I'm just patting it in like that. So right now, this is what we have. We're going to go ahead and apply our Milk Eye Base in the shade 01, which again, I've mentioned before. It looks like this, and it is essentially the Milk Jumbo Stick depotted. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that with this little flat angled brush. And I am going to essentially kind of carve out the look, or the lid, like so. And then I'll just bring it down to here. And that pink, I did bring it all down to here. It did come out onto the outer part of the outer V of the eye, but that is okay because all these colors, it will just help to make them blend better when we apply the color that I actually will be using for the outer V. And I'm going to use my finger to help melt that into the lid and the skin. So we have carved it out, and we're going to go ahead and jump into our next shadow. I will be using the Urban Decay Vice 1 palette. This was the original one. And I am going to go into the shade Vice. I will be applying this first, and then I'm going to go on top of that with Morphe brushes. Let me see. It is Morphe brushes number 45, and it looks like this. And again, these were before, and I know it's coming up bluish on the camera, but these were before Morphe started naming them, so it's just 45. Yes, that's it right there. And I'm just going to be using this flat shader brush to do that, and I'll be using it on both. So one side I'll use Vice, and the other one I'll use number 45. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to pack that all over that base and bring it up to the crease. And so that is what Vice is looking like. Then, as I said, I'm going to go ahead and use number 45 by Morphe brushes. So I'm going to use my finger to just blend that out some. And I'm just making sure it's pretty even with this side, which I think so for now. So after that, I'm going to go into number, let me see, 88, and that is the shade Royalty by Morphe brushes, and it's a very deep purplish plum color, and I love it. Oh my god, I really love this shade. So I'm just going to go in with like a pointed blender brush to apply that, and this is what I'll be applying on my outer V, and I will bring it up some to help blend it into the transition shades. I will say I did have some inspiration for this look, and it actually came from I think Morphe brushes posted it a few weeks ago, but it is by it was a look that was done by Monique Abel. I don't know, Monique Abel makeup, and it looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah. No, you can see it. Okay, so it looks like this, and that's where I kind of got the inspiration to do this look, that had the crease colors, which is Radioactive, and I think let me see, yeah, Radioactive and number 59 by Morphe brushes, and I'm just using that to blend that out, that line right there, so we don't have a line of demarcation between the shadows. And then I am going in with a clean blending brush. And this is a little traveling set by Eco Tools, and it looks like this. It's super cute and perfect for the job. So I'm just blending those out. Now we're going to go ahead into the inner corner, and I will be using two Morphe shadows. I'll be using Marry Her, which is ES 100. Marry Her, and then also I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Oh, it's not even picking up. Okay, let's see if I can get it in. There it is. And that shade right there is number 90. And that is going in the inner corner of the eye. And first I'm going to go ahead and apply these to dry. And we're going to just make sure to bring that up over the purples. And right there. And then I am going to go ahead and take the brush that had our safe word, which is the original or first transition color that we applied, and I like to bring that into here just to help blend these colors together. And then now I'm going to go in with it with some water, and I'm just wetting my brush with water and using those two shades again, and I'm going to reapply it just to help make it pop a little bit more. And I think I'm going to go ahead while I'm at it and fix the other side too, because I like it like this. Yeah, so I did actually use a little blue on the lid, and I used Chaos in the Urban Decay palette, and it's this blue right here. And I'm just going to go and pat that over the purples, because I like the way it looked. And then I am going to go back over it with that Morphe purple shade that we used. And that's just so we make sure we don't have it looking too blue. And I did just use my fingers for that. I didn't use a brush because, as I said, I like the way how fingers can, sometimes they just blend. They do exactly what you need it to do. I am now going to go into Morphe brushes, the number 30 by itself, which is the deeper of the orange shades. And I'm going to use a brush. I think this brush came in with one of my Urban Decay palettes. And it is actually the brush that came with the Vice palette. And it looks like this right here. And it's dual ended. You have one end with the blending and one end is a shader brush. And I am going to go in and apply that right along the border of the pink, just because we did lose a lot of that from adding the pinks. And this look is a lot about adding and then blending and then adding and then blending, because I am going to go back in right now with Radioactive, just because you wanted to, with blending you lose a lot of, sometimes you can lose the color. So I'm just going back in there, adding some more of the Radioactive, and then again using number 30 by Morphe. And I feel like this right here, it just really made it pop. Like when I just had it alone without that orange on there, it was just like, it was cute, but it was something I didn't like about it. And the minute I added that orange on there, total difference. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the waterline. I'm going to be lining my eyes with Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Empire. And I'm going to apply that first. And then after that, I'm going to go in with the actual NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. And just put that on top of there. And the reason why I'm doing this is because that's how I got it to look how it is on the other side. I had to work it out. So we're going to go in with the NYX on top of there. We are going to go ahead and add that shade by Morphe brushes. I wish I could remember the name of it so easily, but I really can't. It is the shade number 45. And that's because I have so many eyeshadows I'm trying to think of. Like normally I do not have nearly as many shadows for a look, but anyway, it is number 45 by Morphe brushes, and I'll just be using a flat definer brush to apply that. And I'm just going to be putting that on top of the eyeliners. So now that we've done that, I'm going to use this Maybelline Master Smoky Master Smoky Mechanical Pencil, and I am using the shade Blue Blaze, which looks like this right here and right there. So I'm going to be applying that on the lash line up under, yes, on the lower lash line. I used the Chaos shade again from the Vice palette, which is again this shade right here, and I'm going to go ahead and set that liner with this eyeshadow. And I just felt like this would be just something a little different to stand out from the top. I am going to go ahead and use the definer brush again, and I'm going to use number 45 on there as well. And I'm going to be really focusing this one really as close to the lash line as I can get. The Chaos shade I came down, but this one I'm going to be applying up under the lashes so I can tie in the waterline. Oops, see, I said it every time, and I didn't even zoom out as far, so I apologize for going out of frame. It never fails. And I'm actually going to go ahead and use a little detail brush, pointed detail brush, and I'm going to go in and use Radioactive to go ahead and line all of this down here and blend in the top with the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and use the other end of that brush from the Vice palette, and I'm going to dip back into Morphe brushes number 30 and just apply that right along the very edges of Radioactive. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and now do the inner corner, and I'm going to be using number 100 and number 90 by Morphe brushes, which is what I did up here, and I'm just going to put that right there. I will now be jumping into the Dark Matter palette and using the shade Dark Matter, which is just a black, and I'm going to be applying that right here just to deepen this corner up some. I really like that. Ooh. I'll go over here and do some too. Okay, and then I'm using just that same brush that I used the dark plum color, which is 88 Royalty by Morphe brushes, and I'm just using whatever product is left on there to blend this up and over. The last thing that I'm going to do is jump into the Shadow Anonymous from the Vice palette. So I'm pretty proud of myself for not using too many brands, maybe. Anyway, this is the Vice palette, and it's Anonymous, and it's just a pretty cream shade, and I'll be using that as my brow bone highlight. And I'm going to go ahead and go off of camera and do my foundation and all that jazz. And the lashes I will be applying are these lashes right here, which are number 62 by Glam Eye, and I just get these at my local beauty supply store. I really like these for this look, and when I come back we'll go ahead and finish up with the lips. See you guys in a little bit. So we're back. I went ahead and applied my foundation, which was a combination of the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation and 6-in-1 truffle, and then my Black Radiance BB cream and chocolate. And then for concealer I used the Maybelline Fit Me and Cafe, and I set everything with my Black Opal loose setting powder, and then I set my highlighted areas with the Black Radiance Golden Cashew Pressed Powder. The glow that you're seeing on either side is courtesy of first the Black Radiance, the Ruby Kisses All Over Glow bronzing powder in Bronze Glow, and then I topped that again with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in Gleam, and I used Mimoso and Crushed Pearl. And then for blush I used a combination of City Colors Matte Blush and Guava, which looks like this, and then Black Radiance Baked Blush and Toasted Almond. I did go ahead and on the lower lash line I added a little bit of the Dark Matter from the Melt Cosmetics palette right here on the outer part of the lower lash line. Okay, so I give you two lip options for that, but before we get into the lips I'm going to go ahead and finish up with the eyes. Right in the inner tear duct I'm going to add my Makeup Geek. I tried, but I love it too much. I'm going to use Makeup Geek's in the Spotlight, which is right here, and I'm going to be applying that right here in the inner tear duct, and that is just to lighten the look some, because it's just a little too dark for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the lips. I'll go ahead and zoom in some so that you can see better. I don't know. I guess you guys can see pretty good from right here. As I stated before, I give you two lip options for this look. The first we're going to do is a nude. Excuse me. And to start off, we will be using, let's see how many products for this nude lip. It's funny how many products you have to get for something that's nude or natural, right? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and line my lips first with Nicka K's Automatic Lip Liner and Xoxo, and it looks like this right here, and it's just a chocolate shade right there. And I'm going to line and fill, no, I'm just going to line my lips with this. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and fill my lips in with this beauty supply brand JCP and the color Naturalism, and it looks like this. And so it's just, I don't even think you can see it really, it's just right there. It's a pinky color. Again, I just filled in my entire lips with that. And on top of this, I am now going to go into the NYX Lingerie lip color in the shade Teddy. And then right in the center of that, because I want to lighten it some, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl matte lip gloss and the matte flat fit. Here we go again. The LA Girl Matte Flat Finish Pigment Gloss in the shade Dreamy. And this is pinky shade. And I'm going to put that on there just because I wanted a more pinky nude for this look. And so then I'm going to go ahead and use the shade BFF3 by ColourPop. And it's that shade right there. See, right in the middle there is that shade that I filled in the entire lips in. But anyway, I'm just going to apply this right on the outer corners of the lips. Don't ask me why I started on one side and then jumped to the other side on the top and then back over. And then to finally finish this lip off, or this lip option, I'm going to go in with Milani's Brilliant Shine Lip Gloss and in the shade Bare Secret. That is lip option number 1, the nude lip. Let's go ahead and get into the final one, which is a purple look. So for the final look, we're only using 2 products, and that is the ColourPop lip pencil in Nevermind, which is like this, a deep purple, and then we're going to top that with the ColourPop Bedazzled Ultra Matte Lippy. So first I'm just going to line the lips. And so we're just going to apply the lip pencil all over. I got some on my teeth. So this is the lip option number 2, and it just goes in with the purple eyes and everything. And if I didn't mention earlier, the nail polish I'm wearing today is Sally Hansen's Complete Salon Manicure in the shade Plums the Word, and it looks like this. So yeah, this is the lip option that I like because I just like purple lipstick all the way around, so I would probably choose this one over the nude one. And then on top of that, it's just life is too short to be worried about what other people think, and if it's something that is going with the rules. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the look with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray, and this will make sure that your look stays intact all day, or hours long, however long it takes, or however long you're out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and learned something new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so kindly for your continued support. Bye.